We're live.
Busted. What's up? It's that thirsty show. We're not passing around 40s. It's usually some local beers, but I tell you what, we're going to pass these beers around and we'll see who's got some skills because it's that hip hop episode of the thirsty show. Come and get it.
Blup, 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 blup.
What you got? I mean,
Top
let's
five,
talk
top
about
five,
some
top
hip
five.
hop tonight, fellas. I'm
Top
all about it.
five.
I'm all about it. I'm talking about this is beautiful stuff because it reminds me a lot of my childhood. That was mainly when I listened to a lot of as it's called hip hop. Back when I grew up, it was originally just called rap. Like that was a category
Yeah.
when you went and bought CDs, and actually even back then it was tapes for me. So
Yeah,
was buying tapes.
even on MTV, I think they were the first show to actually have like rap music, like Yo MTV Raps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They call it. Who
That's
was
right.
the two dudes on there? It was the fat dude
MTV
and
Raps.
Ed Lover,
Lover.
And,
Ed Lover.
and what's the other dude? It was another dude.
Ed Lover and
The fat dude.
Dre, wasn't it Dre?
Is it Dre?
I think so.
It might
yeah.
be
Just a
Dre.
fat
Yeah.
dude. He was a
Yeah,
fat
the fat
dude.
dude. The fat
And Ed
dude.
Lover had the Ed Lover dance.
Yeah.
I remember I used to be stoked like when I would catch Yo MTV Raps because it was like I think it was on like after school.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was in high school, I think, when I was watching that. And when that show came on, like it kind of came on like right around the time I would get out of school. So if I hauled ass home, I could catch some of it.
Right.
And so like, and then they were playing like real, they were playing legit stuff. So like you would see stuff that you would probably never hear today. Even I'm sure there's still underground stuff going on today that you'll never hear of. And probably the only people that really know about it are people that really are down in the underground. You know what I mean? Because I mean, a lot of that stuff was underground, but it was also making its way to kind of mainstream, like a mainstream underground. Is really, it's like I don't know. I mean, that stuff is it's some good stuff. There's tons of stuff. So we should talk about like top fives. Maybe we do like a top 5 hip hop artists or rap artists for some of us.
Right.
For us white guys out there who refer to it as rap. I represent the white people today. There's definitely so many artists. It's actually really tough because you could, as long as rap or hip hop or, all these lyrical geniuses that have been out there, like, I don't know, there's guys that can still impress you today, like dudes that probably haven't it's definitely a gift and a talent, and some guys have worked on it, some come, it's like anything else really. But I definitely have some favorites and a lot of good memories of certain artists or certain songs. I don't know, what about you guys?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, good job. All right, next.
So Scoop, what's your out of the 5, what's the bottom, the 5th?
So I would go Hieroglyphics, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, No Need for Alarm album. I mean, you could go to like Mr. Dabalina, those, the album prior to that. I was really a big fan of that No Need for Alarm album because it was just very, I don't know, it just had different kind of samples that were used in it with a lot of like classical type of music behind it. A lot of like string section, horns, that kind of thing. That was kind of cool.
Right.
I mean, you can kind of take a horn loop, and if it's a good loop, I mean, you can kill it with a song. As long as you got somebody got some skills to rap over it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, what about you?
My 5th is going to be Redman. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Redman.
That's my number 5.
Redman, he's so G'd. He's G'd to death, dude. he's rolling like, I think right now he's like multi-millionaire rolling like he's still broke as fuck kind of shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's cool. That's dude, and that's that kind of says a lot about like a cat. Like, dude, granted he might be making money or and again, like his money, I could be totally wrong by how much he's had or made or whatever, but he lives, or at least he portrays that he still lives kind of his lifestyle of what it was before he got famous, and he's still ghetto as fuck, and that's badass if you ask me. Like he's just himself. I mean, originality goes a long way when you're an artist, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Cool.
That's my fifth, yo.
That's a good one. That is definitely a good one.
I'm going with to continue with the vibe of Redman. I like his collabs and who he rock with Method Man.
Oh yeah,
man.
It was something about Meth's delivery, not just lyrically, but whenever videos started to come out back then, they were real grimy.
Yeah.
And it was just real, obviously, just real street and just raw. And I felt like his delivery, along with other members of the Wu-Tang Clan, were just, I don't know, they just had a different punch to it. You could just feel it. And so, he always struck me as somebody that I picked out of the group. So my pick for number 5 would be Method Man.
Method Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Going individual artist Method Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Some of his collabs again with Redman were fun. Like they weren't too deep. I don't think they were just talking about like getting high and fun, but still they were rock.
Who doesn't love to get high? It's 2021.
They had a good party vibe, yo.
Mm-hmm.
They had a real good party vibe, you know what I'm saying? And to this day, I mean, I think they dropped some stuff. Maybe a couple months ago, they dropped some stuff together. So it's dope. Yeah.
Dude, did you guys know that, like, speaking of Method Man and obviously Wu-Tang Clan, that, like, Cuban Links is having, like, a 25-year anniversary, which is Raekwon's joint.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like...
Oh, yeah.
That's recently, too.
Yeah.
Like, somewhat recently. And he's, like, supposed to be making, like, some sort of, like, documentary about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'd love to see that, man. I love that album too. That album's classic, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad to see those cats stayed relevant for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they still relevant to this day.
They're like the Beatles of fucking hip hop, dude. I'm not kidding you. Like, they are literally like the Beatles. Like, they brought some shit when everybody was like, "Yo, this is," you got Sean Puffy Combs and Biggie talking about just flashy money shit, which. It wasn't like they weren't trying to be like flashy money shit at a certain point, but ultimately, like their roots were like, "Yo, this is what the fuck we know."
Yeah,
this is what we know. And like if you guys
crack in the staircase shit.
Yeah, I'm talking like some shit like and their story. Anybody that's an artist in music that can really tell a story. Whether it's hip hop, whether it's rock, whether it's country, although I'm not a huge country fan, I really find it really difficult to listen to that actually. But ultimately, being able to tell a story in a song and make it sound cool and attractive is a very difficult skill. To be able to convey your story and make it sound
RZA is the beast.
Mm-hmm.
RZA is the beast.
RZA's the fucking OG of the fucking
He's the beast.
OG.
Yo, without RZA, they wouldn't. His tracks is off the chain, yo. Like, they're nuts.
Dude, it's weird. Like, trying to understand how that dude came up with shit and, how it was so, like, different, like, and disgustingly sounding, but super melodic and pretty at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that is...
nuts.
Hands down, his contribution to hip hop going, dude. It doesn't have to be just the boom bap and the, like it could be raw as fuck.
And with along with that, like no one can copy his style. Mm-hmm. You've never heard somebody do a RZA like beat. Mm-hmm. But you can do a Timbaland beat. You can do a you know what I mean? All these other producers, you can copy their beat. You can't copy RZA's beats. There's no way you can do it.
Nah, because dude, he's out to lunch. He's out to lunch in the category of making music, dude. He's on another planet, another level.
You
That
gotta watch a whole bunch of kung fu flicks, dog, to get with him.
dude, and to like think like if that.
All right, number 4, and then after we go to 4, we're gonna take a break.
Breaky
Number
break.
4.
Scuba.
Nah, D, you go first.
No,
I gotta. Okay.
yeah, you go.
Well, fuck you guys. I'll go. Fucking.
Don't we
I'll
don't want to
go
press
again.
you.
I get
I mean, if
promoted
you
in
have it,
fucking
you have it.
circle
If
here.
you don't, you don't.
Are we going in a circle?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can, yeah. You ready? Or if you're not ready,
well,
then
I mean, I have to think about these things a little bit. So I don't want to give somebody. I don't want to give. I don't want to disrespect any of the hip hop artists that I know of. So, all right. So 5 was the Hieroglyphics Crew. Number 4. I'm a big Gangstar fan. Love Gangstar.
Nice.
Gangstar was my shit back in the day too. A lot of stuff that had to deal with skateboarding. They were in a lot of the music was in those skateboard videos that were coming out back then. And just honestly, timeless classic songs with great talent behind them. So I'm not going to say Gangstar necessarily, but someone that I really liked, who I don't necessarily care for today, mainly because of his politics, would be Jeru the Damager.
Oh, Jaru, yeah.
Yeah. That would be
gotcha.
Like he had the one album, and it's only the one album that I've ever really liked.
Right.
But that album was pretty fucking good.
It was sick. Yeah.
It was pretty fucking good. I mean, that was and yeah, I mean, I almost rediscovered it again, but then I looked up some other stuff and I listened to it, gave it a listen. It was kind of like and he was getting into some political shit that was just like, all right, dude, sorry, man, like you're so fucking smart, dude. You should have this shit figured out, and you sound like a fucking ding dong to me. So that was. I think I'm gonna go with Jeru. I think for now. I mean, I guess maybe we can have another episode where Scuba changes his mind.
Yeah, we could.
That'll be in the outtakes.
Maybe we should just have an episode where Scuba changes his mind about our top whatever.
All right, so my number 4. My number 4 would be Buster.
Oh, nice.
Rhymes,
damn it, man! You're taking all my picks.
No, I mean, if it's the same, it's the same. You just call it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, Buster may be number 1 of your joint, but that's my number 4. You know what I'm saying? It could be the same.
Yeah, man. Fuck your number 1. We're going with number 4 right now.
But yeah, Buster. Just because like the
Buster's
longevity and it like all this stuff is pretty much freestyle. He says it's all freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he may take like 100 takes in the studio, though. I'm sure he
got to take 200, unless he can just make it.
Did he really?
I'm sure he takes a whole bunch of takes.
When he starts spitting real fast, dude, like he does, like nobody knows what the fuck he's saying. It don't even matter.
But I mean, he just dropped the album this year, and it's off the chain. You know what I'm saying? So the longevity of it. From when he was with the
been a club dude, like he's been the dude that can be in the club and like just getting bitches to shake their ass.
Yeah. And then I mean if you listen to
bitches, I mean,
like even his club stuff,
really
if you listen to it,
bitches, I guess
he still like spit knowledge and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah, that's 4 for me.
I like him, man, because he's like a fucking meathead. He's like a fucking meathead, and he's just like, dude. I want to smoke this blunt. I'm gonna hang out with this girl, and I'm gonna, I don't know. Like he just looks like a guy that likes to just have a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but ain't afraid to fucking shake down with the best of them. Like I love that shit in his that album that he released probably in like what was that, like maybe 90s, maybe like 98, 99, where he's talking about. When he's talking about fucking with his man Julio,
Oh yeah,
That was classic. That's classic.
I love that first beginning, those couple lines off the beginning off that
Where's that from? Is that from Wuha? Got you all in check or no?
Julio, type of
flip
brother
mode.
with the Tulio.
Put your hands up.
Put your hands where your eyes
can see. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, straight buck wilding in the place to be.
Man, he had collabs with Janet Jackson.
There were some other tracks on there. Like I actually need to probably rediscover that stuff, dude, because that was some of that shit was really tight.
Yo, the first time I heard of Busta, he did a thing with Q-Tip and them, like the "What's the Scenario?" Is that the song?
He did the remake.
Okay, that was what really I think made Busta like recognizable.
Yeah.
Like that was, because I mean, he may have been around prior to that. I never recognized him until Scenario came out.
Yeah, the remix joint. His like the original Scenario was dope, but the remix, like it was still like the same scenario, but then when his voice came out,
right,
like his voice was totally different from everybody else's.
Right,
and he had mad energy.
Yeah,
like his voice had mad energy, and that would set him off.
Yeah. It seemed like he carried that crazy energy where he was doing like these like high kicks and just like going like nodding his head crazy all the way up until he got fat and then he couldn't move.
I know, that's the funniest part. That's the funniest part about. I think that's why I called him a meathead, because that son of a bitch looked like a fucking meatball sitting on top of his head.
Because that's so skinny back in the day. He started working out. You know, you work out and then you stop working out, then you just get fat.
You guys went through that phase, man. His face was like a Rottweiler, this big, and
it was. No, that guy. Right. But he's he's
talented though. Very talented.
He's a legit dude
for sure.
I.E. number 4, we take a break.
So I'm going with a group called the Beatnuts.
Beatnuts,
Beatnuts.
Just because
it was story I got to tell. Here's a little story.
It's that Watch Out Now.
No, dude, it's a sample that the Beatnuts used.
In
one of their tracks.
Beastie Boys joint.
Yeah.
But it had I can't, dude. That's an old one. Like I can't. Like I wasn't a huge fan of the Beatnuts, but I definitely.
Beatnuts had some tracks, yo.
Yeah. And again, it was on that. I don't think their message was anything heavy or deep or social in any way. It was really just about having fun and just party time, So back in the day,
they were like the I think what why I gravitated towards them is because I think they were like the first Hispanic type hip hop group, like full group was all Hispanics.
Right.
And they could spit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They could make beats and they could spit, you know what I'm saying? So you'd be back like,
Yeah, it was everywhere. I remember that back in those days, I had family in Corona and Queens, and we'd go visit them all the time. And so like you'd go to these Dominican stores to get lunch, and it was down the block. It was every store would be bumping the same song all the way down. It was just crazy. You'd be driving by, and
Jenny on the block.
Jenny on the Block, that's right. Yeah.
That was your joint, huh? Is that next to your share CD?
That was it. But yeah, that whole crew, man, Cuban Link, Psycho Les, all those guys, it was crazy. I still bump that. So I know D earlier said whatever you got in your car, and that'll come up if you flip through like the list that's on in the
right.
It's my number 4.
That's what's up.
That was. Does DJ Jazzy Jeff in the Fresh Prince make your list anywhere?
No.
No,
but they got the best song ever in fucking Summertime.
Yo, that is the best song.
He's not wrong. Yeah,
that's the best song.
Not a damn thing. That is a perfectly illustrated and coerced, rehearsed, written tune that's with a perfect sample.
Yeah,
and great track all around.
See, I feel like there's so many that won't make the list because it's top 5. It's tough to get them in, but I'm really just going by who I really listen to.
Oh yeah, because I've already.
Even though I know that there's going to be a lot of like majorly talented rappers that are not going to be mentioned, but that doesn't mean, it might come across as disrespect, but it's just really what I listen to mostly.
Oh, yeah.
That's my list. I don't know.
I'm already like thinking my number 4 pick, because all my, as we're doing this topic here, like I'm kind of going off of like this is all off the dome piece, home piece. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like I'm
We
coming off.
freestyling this shit
I'm
right here.
freestyling like my picks, and
So we're on number
to-
4, right?
No, we're on number
we're on
three.
number
Number
three.
three.
But
Okay.
Number three.
I'm kind of wanting to like take back
So-
my
so-
number
so
4 and
go
throw
back to
that
your
guy
number 4.
back in the line.
So what's your
Sorry,
4 and
Jay-Ru.
3?
Yeah. Who's your 4?
and 3?
Yeah.
You
Number
asking me?
4. Yeah, you say you want
Yeah,
to change
if you can amend it, if you can amend number 4, who you rocking with?
Like I said, like I was saying earlier in the break, I think I might replace J-Ru with somebody like as simple as Outkast, because we're running up.
Okay,
and I got,
okay. Yes,
like,
dope.
I might go Outkast on my number
works,
4
okay.
because
Number
dude,
4
they've
Outkast
dropped
is
multiple albums
That's
that
way
are
better than
fantastic.
J-Ru the Damager. J-Ru is way
Yeah,
better than that.
J-Ru, I'm gonna put you in like somewhere between like
Top
15 and 20.
nigga.
He might be in like, yeah, he might be like 15
Top
and
50,
20,
yeah.
somewhere around there.
That's cool.
When I think about it more,
That's a
he's a great
great
talent, but
Yeah.
is that he only had one album. He only had one album that was cool for me anyway, and Outkast definitely delivered multiple fantastic albums.
All right,
Well,
we're gonna
good
take
work.
a quick break. We'll be back. Shout out to ATL.
Hell yeah,
go.
ATL.
Man, they came on the
Man.
map strong, man.
And I just thought, oh man, it's
Fucking with
tough.
with
It's
L.A.
tough.
Reid as their record producer, or I don't know if he was the producer or just the dude who owned the company, the record company.
Yeah,
L.A.
that's a good
Reid.
one.
That's a fantastic.
D, so sidebar for D, what's top 3 Atlanta rappers? Or
top three.
groups.
Atlanta.
TLC.
Top 3.
TLC is from Atlanta, right?
I mean, I don't really
They are.
know too many Atlanta
sure.
rappers though.
I mean, Outkast put Atlanta
Outkast.
ATL on
Outkast.
the map.
Like so it'll probably be Outkast.
Mhm.
Well, it'll probably be like T.I.
Okay.
then
T.I.
Outkast.
Yeah, T.I.'s from ATL.
I mean, Outkast probably be number 1 for me because I don't, you know what I mean.
for
And then
sure.
probably T.I. number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then
T.I.
I
pretty
don't know,
good.
probably one of them youngs. I don't know, Young Jeezy.
All the youngs come from Atlanta.
Jeezy, probably maybe Jeezy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeezy maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. Jeezy's tight. You know what I mean? He's tight, but I don't know too many down south cats.
Artists,
though.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get to number 3, bitches.
Number
Okay.
3. What's your
I
number
got
3?
my number 3.
Go.
Fuck you guys, Slick Rick.
Oh,
Slick Rick.
Like a
Old
bitch.
school.
the
He going
storyteller.
Yeah.
Old
Fucking
school.
the storyteller of them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Down to the album Behind Bars. That's probably my favorite of all his albums. Is
Yeah.
Behind Bars.
Nice.
When he was locked up and dropped that album. When he was locked up, or however he did that, I don't know. Or after he got out, whatever it was, that album's fan-fucking-tastic. And I love, dude. He's got a delivery that's amazing because
yeah.
he's like fucking Eddie Murphy in the, like he plays parts.
Yeah.
Like when he goes, he says, "Oh, my bitch was, or my chick was this," and then he does the voice of the chick in the in the rap.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
dude, how
Right.
fucking clever can you get to include that into your music? It's a fucking legit performance as fuck, man.
I think Slick Rick started the style,
Mhm.
and then everybody kind of piggybacked
Okay.
off, like they do today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think Dana Dane and Slick Rick was probably the first two to do like that type of do the voices and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So whose line is when they go, "Don't cry, dry your
yeah.
eye"? Is that the nose dude, the Humpty Dumpty, or is that Slick Rick?
No, that's Slick Rick.
Slick.
That's Slick
That's
Rick.
Slick Rick.
Yeah, he did the
Okay.
whole story. That's a storyteller.
Okay.
Storyteller, bro.
Yeah, storyteller. Yeah, that's Joint's
Oh my
classic.
goodness, what a fucking
That was
Him and
That's
Dougie
that
Fresh.
guy.
Him and
Dougie
Dougie Fresh.
Fresh. Yep.
Come
Yeah,
on, what's your number 3 before you forget it again?
right.
And I gotta get another bottle.
Fuck you guys. I got my number 3. So
Okay.
I had to switch it up because there's a lot of thought that starts going through my head. And I start connecting dots and all kinds of shit. So 5. Anybody? Remember?
Outcast for you.
Very
Outkast.
good. 4.
Slick
Anybody?
Rick.
Amended.
Okay. 3. Can you guess it?
No, we can't
Okay.
guess it.
It's A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe.
Boom. Nice.
Yes.
So all your joints is groups. All your
Yeah.
joints are groups.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
not trying to pick out individuals because, dude,
So all right,
individually-
So in
individually,
Tribe,
I'd be
in
here all
Tribe.
fucking night, dude. Trying
So
to get with
in
you.
Tribe Called Quest, who was your favorite?
Five.
Dog. Yeah, Five Dog killed it. I ain't going front.
Dude,
He
five dog fucking
Dog
killed
killed
it. Dude, don't get me wrong.
You on point for?
all
all the time,
Sid.
Yeah. How many members for Wu? Like 20? Like of it?
Wu
was like 7 or 8, I think.
They was deep. They were deep.
Initially.
Yeah.
It was
They were
really
deep.
7. That's it.
I think it was like 8.
They were deep.
All right, name them.
I can't.
You got
I can't. I
RZA,
got a YouTube. I
the
can Google it.
Genius, the Chef, Raekwon, Oldie B.
Expected that.
Did I say Ghostface?
No.
Okay. You
Ghostface,
God,
You
Cappadonna. Right? That's
8.
8.
You said
Is it
expected
all
that?
the original.
No, he didn't say Inspector.
Oh, I didn't say Inspector Deck.
So
Shit, that's
9?
9.
You got to go back to that song where they name all of them, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm trying to think of the song.
That's why they
yo.
did that shit. That's why we need a song that tells everybody how many people are in this group. We got so many motherfuckers in here. You God, Ghostface.
It was
man.
it was
Man, that's 10.
METHOD.
Yeah.
That was the song, yo. When they named everybody at the
10.
beginning.
You God, Ghostface Killer, and
METHOD, man.
Man.
that's fucking 10 motherfuckers. Jeez, man. Sorry, Wu-Tang Clan. I fucking
That's
left
crazy.
a couple of you guys out.
That's your crew, yo. You
And
ain't
that's
even
my
got
crew.
it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so he
Like,
finally
they're my-
remembered number 3 for
So now-
Scuba.
Yeah,
So we on
Tribe.
number 2 now.
Number 3.
Oh no, E, you gotta do your 3. You gotta do your
Yeah, my
third.
3 is Jay-Z, yo.
Jay.
And that was tough. It was tough because he was
Jay.
like bordering there 3 and 2, but yeah, I gotta go with Jay.
Yeah.
In mid 90s, early 90s, he was everywhere, man. He was
Big
everything.
pimpin',
baby.
Big pimpin', standing cheese.
You cannot have Jay in your top 5.
You have to,
Yes, you
have
can.
to.
I'm about to show you how you don't have Jay.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
if somebody from the West Coast D had to do their top 5, they might not have him in there, yo. But I mean, I'd find
but
it.
who would they have though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You put it there.
Like,
They might have
don't
people
know.
like Warren
God.
G and shit in there.
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, that I
Dude,
guess.
If you had to do a top 5 of West Coast,
They got
like
E40 in there.
3/4 of them would have
E40.
dog
Now
in their name.
E40 is in my top 10.
I
top
go
10?
Alcoholics
He tight.
if I'm going West
E40
Coast.
tight though.
Alcoholics for sure.
The only
in the
thing I
West
never
Coast.
liked about E40 was like his little skibbity doobie. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
he would just
yeah.
come up with some weird like West
Yeah.
Coast slang that I had no idea what it meant. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, get out of here with that 40 stuff.
You're talking West Coast, that's Alcoholics all day.
Alcoholics.
Oh, Far Side.
Far Side.
First, oh yeah. Yeah,
Passing Me By,
but
is that-
they had like what, 2 albums?
They had 2 albums that were both amazing.
They were
fucking
both
albums.
amazing, but
Like they were,
yeah.
and these were dudes that were like kind of bringing R&B into their shit. Like they
Is-
were singing and shit.
Are they the one that's She Keeps on Passing Me By? Is that them?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but they did like that. Can't keep running away.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like, dude, they were like singing on their shit,
All right, so
and then they all had skills at rapping too. So,
oh yeah, they were
like
all
nobody
dope.
was knocking them because they would always talk about like Wu-Tang would be busting somebody's shit about bringing in R&B rapping bullshit. Beer. It's good.
Number 2.
All right, here we go. Number 2. You guys ready?
Drum roll.
Numero dos.
I'm going with an individual on this one.
You done forgot already, dog.
No.
Damn it, we gotta go to
I'm
another
going.
break.
I'm going fucking MF Doom.
MF Doom. So that's
That
number
guy.
2.
That's my number 2 because that
Nice.
whole album kills it, dude. And if you don't know about MF Doom,
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Bitches.
fucking go get
I
it.
you want to go? You want to go next?
Buy the CD, download it.
What's the order we've been following after Scoop? Is it you or me?
You, it's me, but I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, I got this was tough because they were coming down to the finish line here, so I had to they jockeying back and forth, but I got number 2 is a tie for me between Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac.
Oh, so
Because to me they kind of like they on the same plateau in eternity.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one of the other.
I mean, that's easy. I'm
not in
a
the
New
group.
York. I'm a New Yorker, so I'll go with Biggie.
You're going
Yeah, Biggie. Yeah. Question. I have a question.
Mhm.
So, did Puffy make Biggie?
No, Biggie definitely made Puffy.
But see, I think that's a tricky question.
So if there was
Without
never
Biggie, Sean Puffy would not have
Right.
like 8 names.
but I'm just saying, like if there was no, if Puffy didn't quit from the job that he was at and open up his own Bad Boy label, would there be a Biggie?
Right.
If Puffy didn't make Bad Boy, would there be a Biggie?
Right. So the answer is there's no Biggie without Puffy in the beginning, but then Puffy doesn't get to the heights where he's at without Biggie. Once Biggie started
to absolutely
right.
Right. That's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say on the show, Eric.
That's facts. That's facts.
That's hashtag facts, like double hashtags.
That's facts.
All right, so what are we down to?
Number 2.
Fucking numero uno. We already did 2.
I got Biggie. D, you said
Nas. Number 2. Nas is like
Nas.
They shooting. I'm out
Nas, man.
Nas, number 2, though.
You beast,
brother. And I'm sorry, that is really hard to understand. This shit fall off the top of the head, man. You know, it's a big list. There's a big list of cats.
It is.
Yes.
It's
hard.
Nas is a fucking dude.
Okay, D, what song comes to mind for Nas for you?
Man,
the Illmatic album, the whole album.
The first album
was
crazy.
Yeah.
The first album was crazy, though.
To me, somebody says Nas, I think of Affirmative Action.
Yeah. I mean, anything Nas that comes on in the car, I'm letting it ride through. You know what I'm saying? If something Tupac, I don't even know if I got Tupac in my car. But if it come on, I might not let it ride through. I might skip past that joke. You know what I'm saying? I might skip past that joke. But Nas, that joke ride through.
All right, so we got 2. We down to number 2. Scoop, you got your number 2 yet?
Down to fucking 1, dude.
We down enough. We gotta take a break.
Wait,
we roll.
Yeah, we got a break. Scuba, what's your 2? What'd you say?
I said fucking MF Doom.
Oh yeah, he's
MF 2. Okay, all right.
So Scuba has Outkast, Slick Rick,
LL Cool J.
No, I did not have fucking LL Cool J.
So I need love.
Wait, who did you have? You had Outkast,
Outkast, Slick Rick, Tribe Called Quest,
MF Doom. All right, so when we come back, we're doing number 1.
Number 1 is next.
And we're gonna do number 1, and then we go.
Welcome back to the longest fucking episode ever.
This is one of the longest joints, though.
It is, man.
Long.
We're all over the place.
What a great topic of great topic. Yeah, top 5 hip hop, rap artists, whatever you want to call them. I am going to go. It's time.
Number 1.
It is time for numero uno.
Hit it.
I'm going. And if this wasn't predictable,
come on,
dude. If this wasn't predictable from the beginning, you guys.
I know it's Wu-Tang, though.
It's Wu-Tang.
It's Wu-Tang.
It's nice.
Wu-Tang. Oh yeah, again.
As a group, no individual.
The group as a group. Like they literally, there's lots of groups out there, but when these cats came on the scene, my head was blown, and I was totally like, "What the fuck?" Like, it's like unheard of.
Yeah,
agreed.
Hands down, the entire album was fantastic, and every individual, every artist on there individually had something to contribute that was so much bigger than just them individually. And then when they could go off and expand individually, most of them had great success especially on their first albums, for sure.
They all did. Yeah, they all had great success.
I'm trying to think of the one that's like dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think oh fuck, I can't remember. But
you knew what I was talking about.
I mean, honestly, I fucking Central 28. Shout out your boy.
All right, number one,
Good as
number
hell.
one, E, number one.
Number one for me, you picked it already. It's Nas for me. Yo. I couldn't leave him out.
No doubt, no doubt.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Yes.
We talked
minute.
about that.
Wait
We
a
talked about
freaking minute.
that. I'm gonna just put my number one out there.
Who you got?
It's Jay.
Jay. Yep.
Jay's
Jay
my
from
number
around the block?
Jay-Z.
That's
My number one, dog.
Not Jenny from the Block. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is my number one. Only because of I always go from like the longevity. Like if you put out an album, you may put out like 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't hear nothing from you ever again. Yo, Jay started from 80s, 90s.
He did.
2000. He's still relevant.
He was, today.
He's
If he
still
puts them out
relevant.
today, it's
You know
still
what
rock.
I'm saying? He's still relevant. He's still killing it.
Yeah.
Like everybody everybody in my top 5, I can listen to them all the time
That's true. Yeah.
without skipping any of their songs.
If you think about it, all 3 of our top or our number ones, right? Scuba got Wu-Tang,
Yeah,
unquestioned number one.
right.
I got Nas, and D, you got Jay-Z. So all 3 of them, like you just said, I could listen to them at any point. It doesn't matter. Any song that comes on, I'm not saying skip that, just leave it on.
Right.
So
Let it
yeah,
rock.
I mean,
Let
I
it
think
rock.
3 is going to be. Oh my god! You guys
you
fucked
said
it all
Slick
up.
Rick.
I can't
You said
even
Slick
remember.
Rick.
Oh,
Slick Rick.
yeah. So okay, here we go. 5, Outkast. Right. I had to kind of bump the hieroglyphs.
All right. So 5.
5 is Outkast because they were
4,
pretty
Slick
tight.
Rick.
4,
Slick Rick. 3,
3, Trace, because I already know who my number 1 and 2 are. That's why.
Trace. Who is that?
Trace. It's fucking Spanish, dude.
Who is
For
that?
3, Trace.
He's saying Trace.
I thought it was a
Fucking
group or
Trace.
something.
It's the number
fucking
3. If you not
So
fucking
tell us
learn
who it
Spanish
is,
at all,
dog.
man.
Tell
I
us
mean,
who
that's
it
like
is.
elementary school Spanish, man. I took
It's
Spanish like
Trey.
3 times.
Trey.
Trey Young.
Trace.
Trey.
Young Trey.
I'm
All
not
right.
shooting a fucking 3-point shot here. It's a fucking, it's a
Trey.
language. 3. Yeah.
Whoa, man. We said
That's
number 3,
fantastic. I like that one. That was good. I'm not Ice Tray here. You know.
I'm out of alcohol. Hurry up.
Okay.
Hey, we going to break with this because
Hold on. I gotta fucking recap now. Y'all
Now you going to admit that shit again,
the
dog.
fucking train has crashed into the building.
do the dots.
Jesus,
Scoop.
this is 2 episodes in a row.
Connect the dots.
5.
5 what?
Outcast.
We on 3.
Hieroglyphics. What did he say?
He said,
Hydronics.
Fucking Outcast.
Okay.
Telling
Let's
you,
go
I gotta
break. D, you
fucking-
said your 3rd already, right? It was Lil Wayne.
The only thing
Lil
I can
Wayne.
really think of,
Yeah, Lil
dude.
Wayne.
The only thing I can
Yo,
really
so
think about.
before we go, it just popped in my head. Yo, E, Cypress Hill, what's up?
Dude,
Oh,
somebody
see,
had to
Cypress
fucking
Hill.
say it, dude. I'm
Cypress
disappointed in you.
Yeah. But see,
I'm
that's another
disappointed in you,
club
D.
banger joint, yo.
That's
People
Yeah.
just go
That's
crazy.
the fucking
Cypress
white
Hill.
guys. That's the white guys fucking rap
Cypress
group.
Hill.
They have their
I was
place,
not gonna
though,
put
man.
Cypress Hill on my
Hey,
shit.
That's in my joint, and then when they come on, I'm bumping that joint. I ain't-
Cypress Hill
Yeah.
or the other dudes, the white guys that were Irish.
Oh,
Jump around. Jump around cats.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like really big
Yeah.
at the same time. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, when they were touring together. Like they were touring
They
around.
were
the
tight, right?
Irish
Cypress Hill and
dudes.
those guys. Yeah.
the Irish dudes
And the
See, I can't
Irish
remember
dudes
their
that had
name.
the
I had to look
jump
it up.
around, jump up and get down, jump,
Don't do that
everybody
anymore.
jump. I
Stop
mean,
doing that. Stop doing that.
Hey, I just looked
we're
it up.
jumping?
It's
We're not-
House
we're
of
not-
Pain.
We're not
House of
jumping.
Pain. House of Pain.
House of Pain. We're not
Yeah.
jumping anymore.
Yeah, we can jump now. Go. We got it.
No.
Can we jump now?
We're going to a break. We'll come back with
We'll
Scuba.
jump to a break.
We're gonna come back with Scuba's
What it is, I
5, 4,
really need to
3,
pee.
and
That's
2.
why breaks exist on this show. Just so if everybody doesn't know, I'm going to be extremely honest. We all go and we pee.